Okay, let's begin. In the grade 7 class, we have just discussed about the basic tags. So I always advise you to come to the lower grade if you cannot remember the stuff that you have learned in the previous grade. So yesterday we have done this grade 7 class, and actually the next week also we will do that. And I'm not going to explain this again because it is explaining the grade 7 stuff again in grade 8 class is basically kind of useless, because I have already given you the permission to come for grade 7 class for free without any charge. You can come to the class. Therefore, I'm not going to explain this much. Just overview. Using the basic HTML structure, we can write HTML page. We can create a web page, and you can see that here. The next thing is, when you create a web page, the most important thing is writing codes related to this web page, and you can see how I have written the codes. So one thing is, let me change the font size, and you can see all these things. Okay. Oh, it's too small. Let's change it to 10 then. Okay. Right, here I have added HTML tag, then the head tag and the head element, and inside the head element, the title element is there. That is the web page title here, and after that, the body element is there, and then you have the closing of the body element as well as the HTML element closing. So this is a basic page, and let me remind the tags that we have learned in the grade 7 yesterday. This is BR tag is basically going to the next line. If you exclude BR tag, everything will be written. So let's exclude the tag and see. So when you exclude this, everything will be written. Everything will be written in a single line. Here you can see hello world bold. Both will be in the single line if you exclude this. ex.html, this one. You can see when you exclude hello world and bold, strong, everything in the same line. So if you want to change the lines, you can just add a BR, then hello world. After that, it will go to the next line. Bold, after that, it will go to the next line. And strong will, anyway, it's after strong, it's a new line. New line is already there. That is why the new line is required. You can see here. And then bold is for the bolded text. Strong is also appearing the same as bold. Italic and emphasis, same appearance, both italic text. Underline is basically drawing a line under the text. Deleted text is a text which has just stroke to the cut down. Why we are cutting the text? If you want to show something like this, something has altered, new price is 1000, that you are cutting that and changing it to 998. This is inserted text. This underline is inserted text. This underline is normal underline, but this underline is inserted text underline. This is deleted text. So deleted text is explicitly used to show something has altered. Then the superscript is something above the normal text. Subscript is something below the normal text. And log 10, then this is the base. You can store using subscript. Superscript can be used to show the power. And this line is horizontal ruler. That is also tag like BR, a self-closing tag, not having a separate closing tag. Can you see? HR is horizontal ruler, not having a separate closing tag. It's opening tag and closing tag both. Here also BR also opening tag, closing tag both. And attributes can be used here. Body tag, I have used attribute, BG color attribute, and the value is yellow. That will further explain the tag. Attributes can be further explain the tags. Then here also I'm using attribute. HR size is 30, width is 400, and color is red. That will give you a special line like this. This is red color, 330 pixels in height. So that is how this is given. Size 30 will change the height, and width 400 will change the width, and also color red will change the color. Those are attributes. Heading tags starting from H1 to H6. Heading tags are used to write the headings, but you don't want to write BR after heading, no marquee. Marquee is animated text that will automatically move to the next slide. Here after the marquee, automatically it will move to the next slide. Headings, after each heading, it will move to the next slide. So no need to worry much. The bigger text is something bigger than the normal text. Here, normal, the bigger. 2 times if you use big and big, 2 times like this, big, that is even more bigger. And small is smaller text. Small also you can use 2 times, 3 times, 4 times likewise. TT is typewriter text. Each of the character will get same size. That is typewriter text. Each character will take same space. But here, can you see I character take less space, H character take more space. H character is wider, I is narrow. H is wider, I is narrow. But this is not the case if it is typewriter text. Each of the character will take similar amount of space. That is why it's called typewriter text. And the font, as you wish, you can change the type of the font, size of the font, color of the font using attributes. You can see here, this is what the font that I obtained. These are the things that we have learned yesterday in our grade 7 class. Anyone wish to test this, we can give you 5 minutes to test. That is the only time that we can give. After that, I'll move to the grade 8 stuff quickly. I'll give you 5 minutes. You can test this in Notepad and save this as HTML or HTML. Then let's move to the grade 8 stuff after finishing this. Quickly do this. Okay, let's go to the grade 8 stuff now. Actually, so here I have added something related to the grade 8. Let me explain this, and you can also try this in your exercise. What? Here I have added a center tag. Let me save this and show it to you. So we are going to learn about lists. There are 3 types of lists. So the first type is ordered list. The second type is unordered list. The third type is definition list. Actually, I have included that in the list itself. I just mentioned that in the list step. Actually, there are 3 list types. I just mentioned that 3 list types also in a list. That is what I did. Ordered list. OL means ordered list. LI means list item. Ordered list, OL is ordered list. LI is list item. And attributes are, these are the attributes. For ordered list, these are the attributes. 1, A. This type can be 1, type can be A, type can be A, type can be I, or type can be capital I even. So these are the types. And start in position is another attribute. You can do start in position too. Let me save this and show it to you. Then you will get an idea. This is HTML and so on that. List type, there are 3 list types: ordered list, unordered list, definition list. And the tags that we are using, OL and LI for ordered list. Actually, we have to subgroup this. Otherwise, like tags are used for tags now, or otherwise tags for ordered list, right? Actually, what are the tags for unordered list? Let's copy down again. Tags for unordered list are UL, which means unordered list, and list item. And tags for definition list, I couldn't use this in singular medium class too. I have to give that to them. Tags for definition list are DL for definition list, and then definition term is DT, and DD for definition description. DD for definition description. So notice here, list types are ordered list, unordered list, and definition list. Tags for ordered list and OL and LI. Tags for unordered list are UL and LI. Tags for definition list, DD, DL, and DL, DT, and DD. These are the tags. And attributes for ordered list are the type and starting position. Okay, for an example, let's say type is A and starting position is 5. Type is A means English letters will be there. And starting position 5 means it will start from A, B, C, D, E, E. E is the 5th letter. So it will start from 5th letter. This is an example. Okay, note is here. And how to generate the note? We have generated the note using code itself. So you can try the code too, because we have used the code for generating note. And the note code. Therefore, you can try the code here that will generate your note here. Right? There are 3 types of lists: ordered lists, unordered lists, definition lists. First one is ordered list. Ordered list is basically numbered list. These numbers can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, E, F, Roman numbers. These are the various ways of giving numbers. Just see how you can create that. Do it quickly. Write down in your book too. Right. Have you finished writing? Have you finished doing this? If you can share the screen. Okay. So somebody who has done, can you share the screen quickly? Now you need to share, right? Now don't tell that you have not done. Because time I have given the time. Yes. Scenery, can you share? Okay, Chandula. This is like single median plus. You have come to the single median plus and done that. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah. Where's the code rails? Didn't you call, Rehansa? I think you wrote it, right?
Hi, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
As I wrote it in the book.
Yes. Cannot hear. For some reason, I cannot hear you. Tania? Tania? Kavin? Kavin, can you share? Tisal? Okay, you wrote in the book. Anjana? See? How many of you have done and how many of you have not done? Write it in book is okay, but later you have to practice, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, unordered list and definition list also. Let's try to understand that. Continuing this, let's say you have UL. UL is unordered list, and close the UL for closing the unordered list, and then you can include the list item. Let's say car, item, van. Oh, and bus. These are the list items available, car and bus. Let's save this, and you can see the default unordered list coming with bullets. But there are possibilities. There are tags that you can use for unordered, the attributes that you can use for unordered list. Basically, you can use for unordered list. You can use for unordered list. You can use type attribute, and the values that you can give are circle, disk, and square. Actually, disk is default, right? Therefore, I'll mention disk first. Here, the default is 1, 2, 3. No, this lists are coming. මේ list එක 1 2 3 විදියට. ලිව්වත් නැතත් type එක ලිව්වේ නැතත් 1 2 3 එනවා. එතකොට මෙයාගේ type එක ලිව්වේ නැතත් the disk type තමයි එන්නේ. That is default. This is called disk type. And the starting position cannot be given because this is a numbered list. This is not numbered list. No, Cannot give the starting position. If you change the type to other types, you can give the other types too. It means square type of list is this. Okay, this is square type of list, and if you want, you can give square type of list, then the circle type of list. So these are the available list. Default is disk. Here the circle type of list. The previous one is square type of list. But if you have not given anything, it will be disk type. You can also mention the disk type, and you can so one thing is you can mention, the other thing is you can ignore. If you ignore, it will be that type. If you mention, it will get the explicitly given type. Type of this is, you can say square or circle. Then it will take the given type. That is the unordered list. You can try that too. Ordered list, unordered list. And the last one is definition list. Let's try that also. H3 definition list. You don't have any specific attribute. There are some attributes, but here you don't have much to learn. Only thing is in definition list, you are having a definition term dt. So let's say example CSS is dt. Then the explanation of that is definition description. Cascading style sheets. That is what the CSS is. Then another definition, let's say definition term is HTTP. Then the definition description is hypertext transfer protocol. Definition description. Likewise, you can keep on adding new terms. That is basically the terms and descriptions. It's like abbreviations. Can you see here? Definition list, CSS, cascades, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. This is like abbreviations. So you can see the preview, you can see the code, apply the code, and see the preview too. If not, write down in the book, later you can try. So the last thing that I would like to highlight to you is like how to embed images, right? And we have more to learn in our book. Let's go and see what is mentioned there. These are the tags I think you have to focus. Just wait. So the tags that you need to focus. Okay. Here, these are the tags. I'm not referring to your book, but anyway, just see the tag section. We learn about HTML tag, head tag, title tag, body tag, heading tags, H1, H2, H3, H4, bold tag, italic tag, center tag. A center tag I couldn't tell. UL, OL, LI tag, BR, P tag, and many tags. Now we have to learn only about two tags, IMG tag and this href link tag. That anyway, we can finish this lesson next day. We can fine tune and finish this lesson next day. So, but for today, let me explain about the center tag now. What is this center tag? Center tag can be used like, let's say I want to center this definition list, then I can use the center tag and tell the entire definition list. And after the definition list, I can close the center tag. Then starting to end, this section, starting to end, this section will be center lined. Let's go and see the page, and you can see the section is center lined. Here, definition list section is center line. The reason is I have added center tag there. Wherever you add the center tag, you can see the alignment. So let's see, let's add IMG tag for image, SRC, then the path of the image. Wallpaper. Waterfall. Let's take this one. First of all, you have to find the image location. You can right click, copy image address. Copy image address. Remember, right click, copy image address. Then you can go to your coding segment and mention the address there. So that is very easy. Image is also a self-closing tag. SRC attribute, you have to mention the path of the image. Then when you go to the page, you can see that image in the page. That is the easiest way of embedding image. So you can add different attributes like to the image. It's possible to add different attributes. Width, you can add width, say it's 400. So height will be automatically adjusted according to that. When width is adjusted, height will be adjusted. If not, if we are trying to do that manually, that will be some issue, right? Let's say width is 600 and height is 100. If you give like this, it will try to stretch the image. Here, it is not actual proportions. Either you have to change width or height. Let's change the height only. Height is 300, then the width will be automatically adjusted. If width is given, the height will be automatically adjusted. That is easy. If you want to make it center line, you can put this inside the center tag, or another center tag can be added. Okay, please try this time up to this level. Next thing, so just give a try first. Now you can see the image is centered. Try to do these things now quickly. Okay, try to do this. Try to include images, add images. If you download image, you have to mention the image name on the image name and the extension. If you download the image, please keep the image in the same location as your HTML file. That is easy. Then you can just give the name of the file that will link your image. It's very, very easy. Here, let's say IMG, SRC. So let's go to desktop, and if there are any image, yes, there's an image in the desktop. This image name, I can just copy the name and the extension and then give that as the source. That is too easy. Then the image will be linked. It's very, very easy. That is where when you download it, right? If you download it, and you have to save this in the same location as your HTML file. Okay, take snapshot of that, do this, practice this, and come next day. And if you think that you have missed a lot, my advice is always come to grade 7 class, catch it leisurely without much. Like then here actually we are rushing, we are doing it faster, but in grade 7 class we are doing it as like in a very beginner way. So we are applying the beginners education method to grade 7. Because grade 7 students have never learned this, but I will consider you as the students who have already learned. Therefore, if you think if you have not learned, you have learned nothing in grade 7, please come to grade 7 as well. Then you can cover this. Okay, then good night. See you all next week.
Good night.